Welcome everybody to another episode of The Old Guard. It's the only podcast hosted by two OGs dedicated to the preservation of geek culture. This is your boy Wally Analog, and I'm joined, of course, by my companion, the gatekeeper, or the keeper. I'm sorry, he doesn't gatekeep, y'all. He's the keeper of civility and order. He's Royce.
What's going on, Wally?
What's going on, man? What's going on is that it is summertime.
A lot of movies coming out.
A lot of movies have come out, and we still rolling. Of course, I find it interesting that we've gotten spoiled as a geek culture community by the Disney/Marvel universe, who have gotten at least 11 movies.
11
every year, and so we don't have very much by way of MCU offerings. We got to wait for Doomsday, but we have gotten our we've got more DC here lately.
Yeah,
and with the most recent installment of the rebooted DC Comics universe, the DCU, headed up by James Gunn and company, Supergirl has come and has hit the theater. We're a little behind, but the things happen. So we knew we wanted to get around to talking about it, especially now at the state that the movie is in terms of its reception. It was of the mind that at least I was of the mind that it would be catapulted to a decent height based upon people's reception of the Superman movie. Okay, she made an appearance and stuff like that, and the Superman movie was very well received. I enjoyed the Superman movie.
It was.
People were happy that with the fact that Kal-El was returned to what they're used to Kal-El being, and Superman, in general, from down to the costume to the attitude. Yeah. And so when Supergirl made
brighter tone.
Yeah. And so when Kara showed up in that movie, a little excitement was generated. Yeah. And when she showed up, in my theater, people were like excited. It was like, oh, yeah, it's her dog.
Yeah. It was like an end credit scene without being an end credit scene.
Because it was in the movie.
Right.
So, it was a different approach.
Yeah.
And so we was like, oh, okay, so this is what we get to look forward to.
Yeah.
Fast forward to today, and the movie has come, and the reviews are out and have been out, and boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Supergirl is poised to break records that you don't want to break if you're in the cinematic industry. I like the movie. Now, there were some issues with it.
For sure.
You and I talked about it offline. What are your thoughts? I guess what I wanted you to address was.
Go ahead. Sorry.
What's wrong?
I just saw the box office number and it.
Well, go ahead. Well, you know what? Go put it out there because I put it out there.
Okay.
I say they're gonna break records that they don't want to break, man.
Yeah.
So, you got the budget up?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the budget?
So the production budget. Well, okay. So it was 170 million production budget, and then it had an estimated $120 million marketing spend. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
It opened to a disappointing 37.1 million domestically.
That was the weekend. That was the open. 37 milli, bro.
Yeah, and then 62.6 million globally. I think there's a lot of factors in there too. Like I just don't want to. I don't want to just the initial first weekend. Again, this might be getting on my soapbox, but I do feel like there's a lot of misogyny in our country, and before the movie came out, they were talking about how attractive she wasn't.
Yeah,
Millie Alcock, which is stupid. It's like come on, man. What are we doing? Yeah,
yeah.
And if you compare this to Captain Marvel, to your point that you said in previous podcasts, Captain Marvel Marvel put that out. It was what, the 21st film? I can't remember exactly the number, but it was a long time before they even, debuted a woman
and then
hero.
when they did it, they made sure they sandwiched it in between the two biggest events in
Right.
history.
So you had to watch it.
Yeah,
so it didn't matter if you,
because
if you didn't like a woman hero, you were going to go see it because you want that precious tissue, you know what I'm saying?
Because if she came out after Thor the Dark World, no one would have gone.
Possibly, yeah.
Right.
Right.
So it was,
it was well placed.
It was. It made a billy.
Right.
Man.
So I'm saying all that to say that DC is trying to make a resurgence. Creature Commandos wasn't really the biggest kickoff.
No.
Peacemaker kind of waned, season 2.
Season 1 was great.
Right. Superman definitely put his stamp on the ground, but it didn't break a billy.
No, it didn't.
Which you would think an iconic character like Superman would break a billy.
Yeah, because Spider-Man gonna break that billy. 2 billy.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man,
right,
cracks a billy with one arm tied behind his back.
Right. Yeah. So I struggle with that. And then there was a lot of news articles saying, well, this is, I guess, reviewers saw it before it came out. And they're like, well, this is the end of the comic book movie. And I was like, okay, let's wait till Doomsday come out. Will you say that same statement, then, watching you reviewers, because they would definitely, say that. So, so anyway, yeah, man, I don't know. I saw the movie and I thought it was mid. And it pains me to say that. I think I think Millie Alcock was great as Supergirl. I think she's cast very well in that in Supergirl.
I agree.
I appreciated James Gunn announcing that they were borrowing elements from Woman of Tomorrow. I haven't personally read Woman of Tomorrow, but they did borrow elements from it. But I think there were some issues that I had with it. I don't know. I felt like there was this campaign to kind of just kick DC while it's down, So I think that played into this as well.
Yes, the good old fashioned premeditated hate.
Yeah, I would have received this better if it did numbers the first weekend and then the drop off was. But this was like, nah, we ain't feeling
bad and had a drop off,
right?
Actually, which was crazy. It didn't,
right. Yeah, it didn't have a great
drop off
weekend
from nothing.
Right.
In the first place, I don't know that I've ever seen that happen.
Right.
Because you have to be able to have reached a certain height to drop. So,
I'm all for female leading.
Yeah, I mean,
movie. Yeah, I don't.
Like that,
yeah, but it has to have again, it definitely has to have a good story.
Yeah.
But I just think. I mean, I hate to say it. I just personally feel like there's a lot of people that just like, I'll pass, wait for the man to come in.
Well, it's DC. And, we've talked about this.
Right.
Away from the microphone.
If it's not the big three.
Yeah. And if it ain't that one of the big three, in particular, they ain't trying to hear it. DC doesn't, as far as movies are concerned, has not built up enough equity with the people.
Yeah.
To be able to come out with the Supergirl movie. I mean, listen, man, I love James Gunn, bro. I love him. As a writer and a director and all of that. And, he puts it down. He does his thing. But he's so much of a fan, I think it's I never thought I would say this, but I think he's too much of a fan because it's to a detriment now. It's like because he understands and knows characters that we don't really, the casual fan don't really know about. Even I, as someone who proclaims to be, a geek in that regard and with some knowledge, characters I don't have much, knowledge of as far as their lore and things like that. And but he has this love for these obscure characters. Not that Supergirl is obscure, but she ain't Justice League. You know what I'm saying? And he's taking a very bold step doing what he's doing.
He has affinity for the Silver Age characters, not the modern age characters. The Silver Age was, So,
I mean, I appreciate your love for Swamp Thing,
right,
and an understanding, and Clayface, but bro, man.
Yeah, and Sergeant Rock, and like these are characters that people are like, I don't know. Yeah,
if it ain't one of them three to start, bro.
There's people older than us that maybe appreciate those characters.
But that's not your audience, man.
Right.
Your audience is the casual fan, and Supergirl was a movie that I think could have waited. I think it could have waited because aren't they? Are they not preparing? They've started casting the second Superman movie.
Yeah, they're already shooting.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And she's going to be in it.
Right. And so
Man of Tomorrow.
It's like as far as the cinema is concerned, they're going to beat us over the head with Kryptonians until I guess they get everything. Now, I don't know when is Clayface coming out?
It is.
I'm
look that up.
I'm sorry.
You're good. Supergirl. You're good. No. But while I'm looking this up, it's coming out this year, October 23rd. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be well received.
Well, I don't think it is
because it doesn't have Batman in it.
You're right.
Right.
Man, again, man, I've said it. I hate to repeat myself, but man, you don't have enough equity to do this, man. And I actually thought that I thought that Supergirl was going to be the exception to that rule because I kind of remember how the theater felt when they saw her.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. It felt natural for Superman to come out, and then they just followed it up with Supergirl.
Yeah.
It felt natural. I just think
DC
what I just explained,
They can't afford it. Though.
What do you mean they can't afford it?
They can't afford to go that route. Well, I mean, if you don't give me Wonder Woman, if you must do a woman,
no. I think what I'm saying is because of the excitement that came out of Superman. To follow it up with Supergirl, I think was well placed. I think it was a sound strategy. What I did not factor in is what I just said, and then also the reports coming in that it's just kind of mid, and then like to your point, he's pulling from a book that, first off, the general public that are watching these movies, they haven't read Woman of Tomorrow.
I haven't read it.
Right.
So,
right.
But I was going to,
Yes.
I was not going to let that stop me from, obviously.
Correct. Yeah. I think, and they tried, they threw Lobo in there and got that excitement up through these trailers. And
again, somebody that casual fans don't know. They don't know who he is.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I will say I do empathize with Kevin Feige. I do empathize with James Gunn. I do think we're a fickle bunch. I do think that, of course, we want the major characters, but then when they do give us like a Lobo or something like that, we get just as excited. When the trailer comes out, lose our minds. And then when the movie comes out, it's like, well, the numbers don't even show that you're even excited about this movie in the first place. So like, what happened? I mean, you want to get into that? Like Supergirl, like what were the positives of Supergirl to you?
I like the stark contrast between her as Kryptonian and her cousin. That's probably one of my favorites. As far as their psyche and their mentality and how they view the world and how,
right.
And it was directly attributed like that was attributed to how they were kind of brought up in their experience.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, and
Clark was a baby, had no concept of the world that he lived in. She was a teenager, and her world
dirt. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, she had some bars. She was in
the trailers they were saying, you know, and she said this in the movie. Clark sees the good in people, but I see the truth.
Bars.
So I was like,
bars, because the truth ain't always good,
right?
You know,
and it's gray.
Yeah. And even her mom, man, when she was like, man, you don't gotta be nice. Just be good. You gotta be nice.
Right. Don't get pushed over. Right.
But don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that ain't Superman.
Right.
Superman is he trying to be good and nice.
Right.
And
stood on that at the end of the film.
And she stood on hers.
Yeah, that's why he did that speech to Lex. Like, you don't get it. I'm trying to be this dude.
And that's why she did what she did at the end.
Right.
And see, those are the things. It's like they were showing you the stark differences between them both, frame after frame after frame.
Right.
That's what I appreciated.
Right.
It's like, I feel like, I don't know who would have seen Supergirl without having seen Superman. But if you did, you would not have appreciated it as much. But now you can see. And so now, for me at least, there's this I am looking forward to this anticipation for them to be in a movie together, you know, at length, to watch that clash happen. I don't know what kind of movie that's going to be, because that's a lot of power on screen, and there'd be a whole lot of script manipulation to depower them.
Right.
And that was another issue with this movie, right? The ridiculous, you know, nerfing of what would otherwise be a pretty much unstoppable being.
Right.
It's just the age old, how do you write an Asgardian? How do you write the Hulk? How do you write a Kryptonian? How do you write, you know, Captain Marvel? How, you know what I mean? These people that, you know, have no issues dusting anybody off if they really wanted to. Like, you know what I'm saying? The only thing you can do is come up with these crazy MacGuffins and these just new things. I didn't even know there was a green sun planet. I didn't know those existed until this. Yeah. You know, and I don't know, just all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was struggling with in the film.
And the ability to be poisoned so easily on a planet with a yellow sun. I struggled with that. Yeah. So you're gonna drink milk to try? Right. I mean, I don't know. It was those things that did and have always frustrated me when it comes to Superman.
Yeah.
You know, Kryptonians and stuff like that.
I appreciated what tone they were trying to set at the beginning. Yeah. But as the film went on, it just became a tired trope. Like
like she should have never had issues.
Right.
Unless she's on a red sun planet, period. It's like,
right.
Her journeys took her off of those planets directly into yellow sun, you know, environments. And
right. It's tough.
It's a struggle.
Yeah. The whole MacGuffin thing is a struggle when it comes to somebody that powerful. Like you said, it's just, I think when you throw two MacGuffins in there, it's tough.
There was a couple of them.
It's like, okay, it's established kryptonite.
Yeah.
Get it. We get it. Download. I got it. You're weak around kryptonite.
Yeah.
I get
green
it.
sun. Kill you. Can't be there on that planet.
But the green sun was kind of like, I had to like really reach because again.
Because that was only on half the day.
And yes, somebody's going to call me out and say, yes, that was in a comic book.
It was.
But it was like, it's not common knowledge.
Yeah, it's not common knowledge. And just because it was in a comic book doesn't mean that it's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
It was corny.
Right.
You know, it's another effort.
Mxyzptlk is in the comics, but I don't want to see that. Howard the Duck is in a comic. I don't want to see that either.
Correct. Right. So, I mean, comic accurate, while we stand on that a lot of times, you have to be careful.
Yes.
Because A lot of writers write a lot of mess.
Right. Get too inside
and
baseball.
We can't, and we can't, right, we can't. Like I can't accept a lot of this stuff, man. And this was one of those things. You know, comics accurate. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like you said.
And that was the other thing too. To even add to those MacGuffins, is like, this is my biggest problem with Superman. I love Superman as a character. He's one of my one of my favorite
for sure
characters, right?
Yep.
But the problem that I have with the stories is, okay, Krypton is this planet that is like far away in the galaxy.
And it's gone.
It exploded, right?
Right.
I get that the kryptonite spread across the universe. I can buy that, you know, maybe a fragment went over here and a fragment went over there, but when the whole concentration falls on Earth.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's got a piece of it somewhere.
Smallville, the TV show, it built its whole thing on it. It was like, it was the freak of the week. Every time there was a teenager that got exposed to kryptonite, all of a sudden they got new powers that Superman had to fight. And it's just like we can't stop.
But see, that's what they have to do.
Right.
Because there's no one on Earth that can stand with the Kryptonian.
Correct.
So how do you do that?
Right.
And I get it, man. Like I completely sympathize.
And what's sad is I watched that show because it was Superman, and I just had to see.
You talking about this last one?
No, I'm talking about Smallville.
Okay,
staying on that.
Yeah.
But I just and then even like jumping to Supergirl, it's like, you know, the villain, he poisons Crypto.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming this dude is just cooking up batches of poison, which is a whole nother thing.
And wearing a vial of antidote around his neck.
Right.
Everywhere he goes.
That's powerful planning, sir. You just came across these folks, and then all of a sudden.
Poisoned a dog on a yellow planet, right?
No.
No?
Wait.
Yes.
No.
Right?
No.
Was it a red planet?
Yeah, because she would have saved Crypto.
Okay.
She couldn't.
Okay.
She was like, "No, Crypto, don't."
Yeah, that's right.
He was running. He was impulsive,
right.
and he ran, and he shot him.
Yeah.
And then they're on a red sun planet.
Yeah, that's right. She had to get on the ship and fly off.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So,
they got that part right.
Yeah, but then like later on in the movie, he made a special concoction with kryptonite in it. It's like, where did you get the kryptonite from?
Yeah, it's just out there.
Right.
Like he went to, you know what I'm saying, he went right on over here to Dollar General.
Yeah.
Grabbed some kryptonite and look right next to the snacks and the Snickers and the Reese's.
Right. Yeah. Based on the logic in this movie, it's like, you use Sprite bottles because the green and green Kool-Aid, it will poison Supergirl. I can't.
Cabbage.
Yeah, so like that would be a negative for sure. The MacGuffins that were in this movie.
Yeah.
Superman, I think I did have a problem with Metamorpho.
Yeah, but that was the only problem I had.
That was the only problem I had.
Because I kind of liked the whole approach that Lex had built this company and was trying to, had like data. He was using data and building, things to be able to combat this dude. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know how long you can run with that though.
Correct.
Right. So, at some point you got to introduce,
Yeah, and what formula did he give Metamorpho to just make this kryptonite?
Right.
It's like, okay,
because if that's the case, Metamorpho can't be stopped, bro.
Right.
He can just pop out some good old kryptonite whenever he's in, just wear it around his neck.
Yeah.
And if he has to come in contact with Cal, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Yeah, so that was one thing.
A big thing though.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Ruthie, like Krem kills her family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know. She just, I saw her family die, but I wasn't convinced of her pain. Like, that's sad. Like, I was going through the movie going like, she seems like she's, like, if my family got off, I would be unhinged. She just didn't seem...
Yeah, she just trying to make her young and rugged, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell bent on revenge, and
that
they didn't want a a withering flower. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
And even the thing with the sword, it's like, okay, well, it's almost like they threw it in there because Krim is the one that actually had the sword in the story.
Yeah.
But they just put the sword in her hand, and she really didn't use it that much. Like,
she wasn't really, that kind of. I mean,
still
a kid, really.
Yeah, I didn't see her train. It just didn't. It felt. There were a lot of things that just felt forced, or it just felt like, well, we just trying to get along to the end of the movie. Let's just hold off till we can get to a planet where Supergirl can just let loose.
Do the thing,
yeah, and it's almost like we were going to write all the way. And again, I'm not trying to disrespect writers because it's a hard job.
Very hard job.
But it just, like, from a viewing perspective, it just felt like they were just trying to get to the end where Supergirl could let loose and have this big thing at the end.
It is a superhero movie after all.
Right. And I think that's where I started to get tired of Marvel movies for. It's like, they'll have me with a compelling story, and then when you get to the end, it's like this CG fight with the dragon. It's like, so it felt like that for me. Again, I think Millie is great. As Supergirl. I will say the positives are basically, and I mean, I feel bad saying this because it's not like we're pulling a lot of positives here. But I will say they did a good job of showing the difference between Supergirl and Superman. I guess it's not that hard.
Yeah.
But I really loved the flashbacks to
Krypton.
Yes, but the city.
The city that was formed after.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right.
And I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought, is this something like, so is that like newer lore, obviously?
No. So
like, how old is that? Like, in all the Superman stories I've seen and heard, never knew about this little sectioned off, rock of, what had otherwise been Krypton.
Yeah, I do love that.
To sustain what life was left.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Right. I do feel like
that was
the technology they used to encase the city in that was sound, and it was great. And then I actually liked the kryptonite being introduced in the soil. Yes. Even though you've encased this and you're floating out in space. Right. The soil that's undering is poisoning the people over time.
That was dope, man.
Because it's just encased in this.
It can't escape.
Right. So I loved all of that.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a great story.
But in the comic books, Brainiac finds a city and miniaturizes it.
Oh.
And that city actually is in the Fortress of Solitude. Superman has it.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So...
I like the movie version though. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I
didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I also felt like I think there were. Here's the thing about the universe building. I do feel like there were some things that were intentional, but it just didn't hit the right way. I will. I can imagine if Brainiac is going to be in Man of Tomorrow, that there might touch on that. Mm-hmm. That he somehow came across Kara's city, so, and I'm embarrassed why I'm blanking on the name. I know the name, but Kandor. I was about to say Andor, but it's not Andor. It's like not Andor. No, not Andor. It's Cassian Andor, but yeah. So I love that. I love the flashbacks. I love the introduction of Crypto. Like where he came from. He just happened to be a dog on a planet. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yep. So he came from Krypton. I guess they have regular dogs there. Get these toys.
Not like humans, huh?
Right.
Oh my God.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly like
that. I will say I do appreciate the risk that James Gunn made with Crypto. I would have never thought that I would buy into it.
I didn't think so either.
Yeah.
When he showed up in the trailers for Superman, I'm like,
I don't like that. Yeah. But he pulled it off. Yeah. Now, I will say in this movie, I did not really like that they used that as the thing to motivate Supergirl. Yeah, John Wick, pretty much. He just didn't die.
Right. You tried to kill him.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that would have been a better movie. If and again, I'm not wishing Crypto dies, but it's like maybe that would have been a better movie if he just he did not come back, and Supergirl is just unhinged. You know, like yeah, I know. But what toys are they selling if the movie is not? You know.
Yeah, but you can't move like that. You got to move like success is in the future.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I didn't like that. In terms of the story, because it didn't make sense. Because like when there's a part in the film where Krim poisons Supergirl with this kryptonite concoction of the same poison.
Yeah.
And she burns it off by just flying up to the sun. It's like, well, why don't you just do that with Crypto? Just fly him up to a yellow sun and we're fine. Like,
like you said, though, they were on a red planet and she couldn't.
But she could have transported it, said,
she
okay.
Would have had to,
If she knew, okay, exactly. I'm poisoned.
Yes.
Crypto is poisoned.
Yes.
She gets poisoned later. I get that. But where did the thought come when Crypto got poisoned? Hey, I got to go to the yellow planet. Yeah, this will burn off everything.
Right. Because I have 3 moon rises. I can get to a yellow sun planet in 3 moon rises.
And they did. So take Crypto with you.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, the space stuff, I didn't mind. You know, I know people are joking saying they just borrowed some of the rejected sets from Guardians of the Galaxy and just put it in this one. You know, again, y'all just kicking them lies down. You know, now the poop corn thing and all that stuff, I was like, come on, y'all. Like, let's stop. Like the jokes here. I just let's get on with the movie. But yeah, I wanted it to win so bad.
Yes.
I was like really excited.
Overall universe,
yeah. I was really excited for this one.
Got a slap now, bro. Like that TV show got a slap.
It has to slap hard. Pause. But yeah, it's just you gotta. Yeah, it gotta. I mean, it does. It has to hit hard. It has to hit hard for real. I'm sorry. So immature, but it brings. It's funny. It's funny to say.
It's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. And
somebody will call me out on it. I hate that game, by the way. Because somebody else will call me out on it and be like, hey, man, you know, you said this in the podcast, right? Which is, it's juvenile immature. I need to stop.
It's funny as hell. But yeah, dude, there's no room for any misses now. And like I said, Lanterns, it got to be on some, it got to be Penguin level good, bro. And that's what's crazy too, because Penguin is theoretically not part of this universe that we're actually talking about right now. And so this one has to be on that level. You know, Lanterns has to be on that level to try to pull this up because, as you said, all we got coming right now in the movie theater is Clayface, which looks phenomenal, right? Like, cause they're going a completely different direction, like on some horror type stuff.
Right.
And that's like, I'm there, but it's the casual going to see it after this Supergirl.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so
either.
And then especially after you've had movies like Obsession and Backrooms, I don't know if Clayface is going to hit the same way.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And it's not a like.
But it's a different.
And I don't even know what Evil Dead's numbers were. But
man, listen, man. And I say, man, if you're DC, James Gunn was approaching it fine until the Supergirl thing. If your grandmama can't give me 2 facts about the person, they need to be on television. If not, if she can, and that's movie worthy. Your mama can tell you 2 things about Wonder Woman, 2 things about Batman, 2 things about Superman.
Right.
Your mama don't know Green Lantern. Your grandmama don't know.
So let's put a cap on the Supergirl review, because I feel like I think what we're struggling with in reviewing it is we love the character.
Yes.
And we like where it's
the approach
and what is getting set up.
Yes.
But like you said, it is like inside baseball. Yeah. It is like, well, if you read, I forgot the guy's name. He always, I think it was Corey. He always comes up with these. This is how I would do like Wolverine. I would set up this season to be his years in Japan and all this stuff. He was even talking about like, I wouldn't even suggest somebody reading the book first and then watching this movie. It's actually the reverse, where you watch the movie and then
go back to the book.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I think overall, like if I was giving it a rating, I would probably just stay like in the middle, like 3 out of 5.
3. I mean, yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I think you liked it a little bit more than I did.
I did, but it's hard to give it. I think you're right. I gave it a 4 because it's hard for me to give it a 3 because I just literally I'm so used to what they do to Kryptonians and Asgardians and otherwise overly powered characters because I enjoyed the movie. Now I folded my arms on those depowering efforts, but then again, that came with the understanding. Like my expectations are so low for writers that try to take on Superman and people like that. I just don't believe there's anybody that can do anything aside of completely changing this dude's power set, which is sacrilege.
Right.
You can't go in there and say, oh, he can't do that anymore.
Right.
Because that's not Superman no more. Like, I mean, you wouldn't say that Spider-Man can't climb walls no more. I mean, you wouldn't do that. So you can't take anything away from him. So you're stuck with this all-powerful, godly dude.
Right.
And the only thing you can do is make him hold back in a fight,
right,
against regular folk. So
yeah. And what would your recommendation for somebody that hasn't watched the film? Like, in my opinion, I would just say, hey, still watch the film. You don't have to rush. It's coming. It's probably coming to home video pretty soon into streaming. I think it's worth to watch.
Watch it just so you can see how she relates to Superman.
Right.
So that's me expecting you had watched
the Superman movie. Yes.
But if you hadn't, please don't go see this.
Right.
Superman first.
Right.
Obviously. Then this. And then like I said, I don't even know if there was enough fighting for people that are casual fans. I don't know.
No, they had a beat at the beginning where she had the bar fight.
The fights were great.
The Lobo, they brought Lobo in the middle.
That fight was amazing.
Yeah. Those fights, like she was kicking butt there. And then that big fight at the end was great. Yeah. It was a great fight. Yeah. Like, but I think the thing that made the movie mid was just the story itself. Was it entertaining ish?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, now we got that review out the way. Like, we have a few minutes to. I mean, let's talk about how, like, how do you see the future of the DCU, like, forming now? Like, now that they've had a failure under their belt, technically, I don't even know what they categorize as a failure now.
Well, here's the thing, man. When you're like, let's say you're a fighter and you're a strong fighter, you've gotten a lot of wins under your belt. You take a shot to the chin, and it's like no one is gonna think that you're done. because of what like
Right.
and that's the MCU, right? Like
Right.
they have taken so many hits, but their reputation has been built up now. I don't know
But
how
see-
it manages to stay where it's at because it's trash now.
and we've talked about
But they
this.
built up so much that it doesn't even matter.
They built up brand equity.
Yes.
They built up brand equity where you can put out a Howard the
You can,
Howard the
and they'll
Duck.
still go. DC has not, and
Right.
so this is fatal almost.
Yes.
This is fatal.
Right.
You know, I mean, you James Gunn pulled somebody up out of the hospital bed,
Yes.
and they
That were on life support. That was on life
and
support.
they
Yeah.
had some some rehabilitation,
Right.
physical therapy,
Right.
and now he's he's not sprinting, but he was jogging.
Yes.
And then somebody
He
kicked
came
him
off of the Flash,
Yeah.
which is crazy work.
And
they put a criminal on a red carpet and was trying to peddle the Flash.
DOA, bruh.
Right.
Like Mitch McConnell type.
Oh boy.
Life support. Bro. And so now you put him up on off life support. And now he's jogging. He
Right.
ain't sprinting, but he's taking a few laps around the block and sitting
Right.
down, and then somebody shot him in the leg.
Yeah.
And here we go. He fell down some steps.
Right.
After having all that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it's tough because
it's
in my
gonna hurt
opinion,
worse.
yeah, in my opinion, probably what should have happened, and it's not fair to James Gunn. I do believe Kevin Feige has a luxury that he doesn't have to direct movies. I think what has happened with James Gunn, because he directs and he does a really good job and hits the tone right away, and he knows the characters. He produces a great movie, but as head of DC Studios, he has to take a step back and go, this is where we're trying to go. We're going to hire the best directors to do these stories. This is the approach we're trying to take. We're not just randomly writing these
Satellite story, right?
Yeah, we're actually pulling from the DC library, which I appreciate. But again, that is definitely a risky strategy. I mean, Peacemaker, he was like, okay, what happened at the end of Peacemaker is, what happened in Salvation Run. Salvation, what? like what storyline is that? I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, man, nobody even was checking. Nobody's checking for Peacemaker like that, bro.
Right. But what made Peacemaker was James Gunn. He made you care about that character. And I think that is his superpower. That is his superpower. I don't know if he can duplicate. I don't know if there's a director that can. It sounds like I'm James Gunn stan, but I really do believe he has that superpower to make you care about the character, because it's not about the superpowers, it's about the psychology behind them. Same with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Agreed. Yep.
I would have never thought I would rush to see a raccoon.
Right.
Kidding
He got
me?
a whole backstory on.
Correct. In the final
In
act,
the final one.
it wasn't even about Star. It was about Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. Well done.
Right. So those are the things. I think that's the frustration, because those are the things that matter. And we might have been presented with a story with Supergirl. Not to jump back on the Supergirl review, but we were presented with a story that was a little different. And I think how we received it is showing in the numbers. So I'm worried because, one, just from a stock market perspective, like this whole Paramount Warner Brothers deal, that's
on the
that has
balance
some
sheet,
effects,
bro.
Yeah,
That's on the sheet.
They are looking at DC Studios going,
what is this?
yes,
This ain't working.
yeah, we're not going to use this strategy anymore. You better Marvelize this. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think they're gonna do? Force them to do Batman. But see,
then we're back to square one with Zack Snyder.
Rush Justice League out,
Right. Yeah. Now, thankfully, with Lanterns, I do think Lanterns will hit. I hope and I pray.
I don't know, man. At first, I was very.
But see, people were bagging on the suit, so it's like it's almost
Here's
like
the thing, man.
let them.
People have not seen enough to be making no judgment.
Right.
What is it? 8 episodes or something like that? You've not seen anything.
Yeah, and they don't want to get. It's a TV show, so they're not gonna fight. That's the other thing too. See, that's
you want to see constructs and OR and all this stuff, bruh? No.
Yeah, it's on Earth,
right?
And they don't want to show the best. The CG probably hasn't even been done yet by the time they put that trailer out.
No way they're putting all that out there.
Right. So I'm worried about that. But I do have high hopes for Lanterns.
I do too.
Clayface looks great.
Looks wonderful.
But I will be there, but I'm just afraid it's not going to hit.
$25 million domestically.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna do nothing, bro.
Yeah, this Man of Tomorrow. I mean, they're shooting it, so they're gonna have to follow that up, and they're gonna have some. Lanterns has to have something in it that
points to it.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to.
Right. Lanterns gonna have something that points to it. Clayface is gonna have to do some kind of Batman magic.
He's gonna do something
where people are doing word of mouth. And saying, you better go see this movie because, right. Catch the end credit scenes.
Because like you're going to get that Batman before you get Robert Pattinson, apparently.
Well, see, and that's the other thing, too. I don't know if he has a bat in the belfry. I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's saying, hey, low key, Batman is in this one. You just don't know it yet. Because why would you even... That would be dope if he did it.
I mean, your boy did it.
Who?
With the Joker. With Joker. The first one?
Yeah.
Billy.
Mm-hmm.
No Batman in there. Gotham was enough, but see, Joker is so big.
Right.
That he moves the meter by himself.
Correct.
Clayface ain't gonna do that.
Right, and then that performance was just so...
Yeah.
Yeah. The second one... Yeah,
even I enjoyed it, but people wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, in retrospect, I didn't enjoy it. I tried to. I think I still had effects from the first one.
Yeah. It wasn't by no means better than the first one.
Right.
The first one was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
But yeah, and even like I mentioned it earlier, the Penguin show.
Oh gosh.
Oh my.
Yes.
Awesome.
Right.
See.
But that's a contained universe.
Gotham moves the meter.
Yeah. Maybe there's a cameo with the Penguin in it or something. I don't know. Just to get you.
Not in Clayface, right? Because Clayface is DCU.
I know.
This other thing.
I know, but I guess
Reeves has his own thing.
I know.
I hate that too, man. At first I was cool with it, but now.
Yeah, because he did say that's more else. They classify that as Elseworlds, which is a comic book imprint in the DC, where you can have these stories, has familiar characters, but it's a totally different universe.
Completely.
Right. Yeah.
Unless they get into all that other stuff, that weird stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think they're trying to get into.
Hope not.
I don't think they're trying to get into like multiverse stuff.
I don't want them to.
Yeah, I don't want them to either.
It gets messy.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. But whatever this threat is that is going to affect the whole DCU, that is going to be revealed in Lantern. So I think Lanterns is going to do a lot of heavy lifting. Hopefully it will people will forgive Supergirl. But I feel like James Gunn is going to clean it up some kind of way. I'm putting a lot of high hopes here. But I think he's going to clean it up where Supergirl is going to be a star in Man of Tomorrow. I know that for a fact. Yeah, I can almost guarantee it actually because he's directing it.
Right, and then they juxtapose the two characters.
Right.
So you can see it's going to be a mess watching them disagree on a number of issues.
Yes.
In close proximity,
right.
It's going to be a clash.
Because you saw them clashing with the Justice League. They were like, "Hey, yeah." They were killing monsters. Like, I wouldn't have killed them. It's like, bro, it's like,
you have to.
Yeah, the city was dying.
Yeah, but Kara drivers a sword through your chest. She don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's tough. It's tough.
Man.
We just had to be patient and just hope for the best.
Right. And that's what people
and just
don't
know,
have. There's a premium on patience out here, bro.
Yeah.
They ain't got it.
One thing I do appreciate is he's not running out there to kind of like combat the kicking of dirt on the DC name.
No.
You know, there's no like, well, it was time travel.
Right.
You know, like, like trying to come up with
back
these
and explain stuff, and that's when you know your stuff was trash. When you explain it years after it came out, and you still coming up with something.
Before you go on a rant,
You knew where I was going with it. You know where to go with it. You try to find his Instagram website.
Where? Jesus. Sorry. You can find us on oldguardpodcast.com. Please subscribe, sign up for the newsletter. We are working on talking directly to you, the community. Subscribe and follow. Wally's cracking me up over here.
Cut me off.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I just had to get to business. But we appreciate y'all. Subscribe and follow us on your favorite platforms. We're out. Peace.
Hey.